Today I'd like to make a 3D sign that you can, put an LED inside of it. So I want to show a method of creating this, and yeah, you can install a filament, maybe a LED filament or LED strip light inside of it. And yeah, so let's get started. All right, so here I have Cuttle.xyz. And this software allows you to install, put in your text and stuff like that. So I'm going to start off with text. So first of all, I'm going to show you how to get into the units and change the units. So I like to use the millimeters metric system. So I go down here to units and settings, and then I change this to millimeters. Okay, now we have a new object, untitled project. So let's grab this text right here, click, hold, and drag down. Okay. And now we can put in our letters, our word. So I want to do just the word of love, enter. We just want to keep it like that right there. We don't want any spaces. And then we can double click on this guy and we can change this to like 60 millimeters, okay? And you can see how it's all separated. So now we're going to go like with a script, a cursive style text. So let's go to what is it, Pacifico? That's a good one right here, and we'll click there. So now we can see that some of these are overlapping each other. So to get rid of that, we're going to go over here to modify, and we're going to go to Boolean union weld. So it's going to get rid of those. All right, so now we just got rid of those, and it's all one piece now. So that's cool. So let's go over here and modify again. Now we're going to go to outline and do stroke. Okay. And then now what's going to do, outline stroke is going to put an offset onto this. So we're going to click over here. We're going to put 0.8 thickness. So this is the wall thickness. So as we can see, it just created that. All right. So now we have our thing that we want to export, and we want to put this into Onshape, and we want to do an extrusion on it. So let's kick this out. We're going to go to File. We're going to go Export DXF. Okay. And we're going to call this Love DXF. Okay, download started. All right, here we go. Now we're going to go back to, now we're going to go to our Onshape. All right, now I'm on Onshape, and to get into Onshape, we are on a free subscription, and this is all public data. So to get a brand new document, we click over here to create document, and we're going to call this Love. All right, it's opening a brand new document now. So now we have 3 views over here. We can get rid of the top and the right by going over here, clicking on the eye, click on the eye. All right, so now we can do a import into here. So let's do a sketch on this. So sketch on that surface right there. And now we're going to go over here to insert DXF or DWG. We could actually insert an image if we had it. DXF has the precise data in it and lines and everything. So we're going to go to here to import. We're going to click on our love.dxf, open, and now it's downloading into it. Okay, so now if we want this, we will we'll actually click on this, and we'll click the green check bar mark. Okay, and now it inserted it exactly. It should be exactly the size that you chose, which was 60 millimeters, and we can double check that with a dimension here. So let's click right here to here, and it should be approximately 60. Yeah, there we go. That's fine. Yep, so now we're going to say green check. Okay, now we're out of that. And now if we want to do an extrusion of this, we would go over here to extrude, and then we can click on our lines right here. So then we're missing that one, the couple little features here. Click on that guy, click on this guy. And if you 3D print this, of course, it's going to be separated. So you may have to have something to combine those. So I'll show you in a second how to do that. But there is there's 3 parts here. Let's change this. Double click on the extrude. Let's go to like 5 millimeters, and then we can see it a little better. And now we will build some sort of connection between those two. So let me hit sketch onto this face right here, and we're going to get centered on that front. And now we're just going to build a wall between these two. All right, so let's build we can build a rectangle or just a few lines here. So let's go line to line. We're going to go just in the center of this guy. And yeah, if it does that little curve thing, you just go back to the center right there, and then just drag it off into there like that. Okay, and then click there. Now we're going to create the other one. So click here, here, here. See, it's trying to snap all these places, and I don't really want it to snap. I'll just go to where when it doesn't show anything extra around there when I'm snapping things. So now what I can do is we can clean this off if we wanted to, but yeah, it works. It will work just fine as it is. All right. So now what we can do, add a dimension at least to show the size of this guy. So 1 millimeter. So we know it's fairly okay as far as size. Now to get out of that, we can click on it, delete. Okay, and then we'll go back here to here. We don't want that. We want this right here. So we only want 1 millimeter. Okay, perfect. So click OK. And then we will do an extrude of these guys. Okay, so now click on that guy right there. Click on this guy right here. And then we can do a flip this. We're going to change it to 10 millimeters. Okay, and then we can actually do an add. And then it's saying, what do you want to add it to? Merge scope right here. So we click on that guy, click OK, all done. And now it is added to the main. Okay, so now we have to, now it's not combined yet. We have 3 parts here. So we got part 1, 2, 3. To combine them, spacebar to get out of that. To combine them all together, we're going to go to Boolean and we're going to go to Union here. All right, click on this guy, and this guy. Okay, now we got 3 parts in here. Click on green check. And notice they're all good now. Now we're all good to go. So we have our love extruded. If you want to get this 3D printed, you would left click, right click, go to export, and we can export this out. Okay. And that exports as an STL. And now if we want to get that into our 3D printing software, we'll go to Cura. All right, once we go to Cura, now we can do a file open and we can throw in our love. Okay, we're not going to print it like that. We're going to lay it down. So we click on that guy. We're going to do rotation of this guy, rotate him down 90 degrees. See in the bottom right hand corner, you can see a little 90. There we are. So it actually landed it. That's good. And now we can do a slice of it and we can look at it. And we can see through it. Okay, so there's your love. It's going to take 16 minutes to make. What if you wanted to have like a back of this? You know, you want the back to be solid, or maybe the front to be solid. Maybe you want to have this to have 2 colors on it. In that case, let's go back to the Onshape. We could go back to the sketch, show the sketch. Okay, and no, we could do an extrude. We can grab this sketch right here, okay, and we can do like, let's say 1 millimeter, okay, and then we're going to say, and this is going to add. If we want to click new or add, either one of these, add will actually add it to merge it to part 1. Okay, so there you are. So now we see it's totally solid. All right, so that allows us to see it totally solid. If you don't like to see all those lines, you can click that little guy right there. So yeah, so you can have this one that is like a shell, or the other one which is hollow, and either one, you know, it would work just fine, and you could 3D print this. Hopefully this video was beneficial. You learned something from it, and yeah, like and subscribe. Leave some comments if you have any questions, or if you have any additional content that you would like me to cover. So, yep, thanks. Bye.